This is a 3-pack of tempered glass screen protectors specifically sized for the Google Pixel 7a, and I believe it has 3 for the front and 3 camera protectors. Now it has a picture of a gorilla on the case, but it is not Gorilla Glass, it's simply tempered glass. I was sent this to review for free. If you wanted to purchase it, this would cost you $8. Alright, so they have some instructions here. Professional screen cleaning kit to clean the screen. Peel the film, precisely and slowly align the screen protector. Use your finger, press at the center part, make screen protector automatically attach to screen. Use finger to remove small bubbles. Okay, so they have a 3-pack of basically everything here. So we have a wet and dry wipe. We have some stickers that can be used to pull dust off the screen. We also have a guide sticker. We have 3 of these tempered glass screen protectors for the camera. And we have, what I assume are 3 tempered glass screen protectors for the actual phone face itself. So the wet wipe removes excess dirt, the dry wipe removes dirt. So I think we do step 1, the wet wipe first. It doesn't smell specifically like alcohol. I'm also going to turn my phone over and hit the camera as well. I'm actually going to use this. Presumably it's cleaner than my table. Now I will get the dry wipe out. Dry wipe looks exactly like the wet wipe. But it is dry. Okay, so the only alignment item here is the hole for the camera at the top here. This is a tempered glass, it says. It feels more like plastic than glass, and it has a sticker here that says super curved. This sticker helps to remove the mask from the screen guard. Please take off this sticker. All right, so we take that off, and I believe this side goes down onto the phone screen glass. So we are going to put this directly onto the camera first, and then on the other side I'm trying to get it to be even left to right, and it says to use your finger in the center, and when you push it down it goes whoosh, and it's removing the air from outside, so it's kind of electrostatically clinging to your phone screen. There might be some sticky chemicals in there as well. Use your finger to remove bubbles. So the only bubbles I got were right up here and right up there. And so I'm using this dry cloth to help wipe things out. And I do have a bubble kind of caught up here. So I may need to get a plastic card to help me with that, but let me try a fingernail first. It looks like my fingernail is enough, so I'm hitting it with my fingernail and slowly working the air bubble outside of the edge of the screen here. So this cover does not reach to the far edges of the screen. There is maybe a millimeter around the screen, and I have it maybe a half a millimeter too far up there, so the gap at the bottom is bigger than the gap at the top. On the left to right, I've got it pretty much evenly aligned. There's at least a millimeter on each size. That's probably because the glass screen curves, and so they are making this fit the flat part of the screen only. And I still do have a tiny little bit of air there. So let me get a card to fix that. All right, I'm going to try using this card to get the air bubbles out there. It's not actually doing much better than my fingernail. It's moving it, but it's relatively slowly. I'm trying just the corner of the card here. So everywhere else got a pretty much perfect connection. I might have two tiny little air bubbles up here, but at the top of the screen right here, there's a tiny little air bubble in there. And I think maybe over time that will work itself out to the edge. I don't know. We'll find out. All right. So touchscreen works perfectly fine through that. Let me try the camera. So it doesn't give me any instructions here, but this piece of glass is on top of kind of a plastic card. So I'm going to peel it off of the card, and then I am going to place it down. There's obviously a cutout for the flash here and an outline for the camera there. So I'm going to try to get it down over the flash and the camera appropriately. And I do not see any air bubbles underneath the camera area, but it might be hard to tell because it's a black surround of the camera there. But it is sticking on pretty well there. All right, so I do keep my phone in a case, and I was a little worried it might interfere with the case, but given how far it is from the edge of the screens, I don't think the case is going to touch this screen protector at all. Yeah, the case isn't coming anywhere near the screen protector. And the camera glass screen protector is embedded completely within the case. So as far as I can tell, my camera can see just fine through that. I'm not noticing any marks or smudges in the camera that weren't there before, so I think that camera glass is optically basically clear. And touch events are being handled very much as I would expect. So I believe that is a pretty good setup for my Pixel 7a. I do have to wait a day or two to check on this to see if that little air bubble will eventually work its way out, because I was not able to push that out on my own. Alright, so after a day, that little spot with the air has basically gone away all on its own. I think the air just kind of escaped out the edges. Now I do have two other options if I want to pull this off and try again. Alright, so I can do this to my own phone 2 more times or somebody else's Google Pixel 7a. At this price point, I think that is a very good value. You get a couple of spares in case you accidentally set one down wrong or you want to replace it over time. It gives you some protection on the screen of your phone and the camera, which are the places that your case really isn't covering. So if you have a 7a phone, this $8 purchase is definitely something that's well worth it, I think.